welcome to the Science of Farming podcast. We are so happy to greet you here. Praise be to Allah. Thank you to our audience as you all come in. Please give us the Assalamu alaikum. We'll go ahead and open up as usual in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Allah. We thank Allah for coming in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, raising up the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ, and giving to us the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise again of Assalamu alaikum. Sister Melody. Oh, you're on mute, Sister Melody. This is a show that we have been wanting to do, Sister Melody. It is time. It is time. It is time. How are you today?
Sis, I am so good. Praise be to Allah. Enjoying, just knowing that, we come on to give this, because it's just a time right now that I know that is so important to us right now.
Right. There's a lot going on in the world. We already know those SNAP benefits for a lot of our people are going to be possibly not even given out in November. They're just telling people to, brace themselves. For those who receive that, they won't have that. So many may be more challenged to have food on the table. So that goes right into our theme and what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has asked us to do, which is to grow our own food. And he's been asking us to do that for years. So that's what this show is all about, is to facilitate that process, to help our people, help anyone who wants to garden, grow your own food. And we always say here, you don't even have to start large. You can start very, very small, but you can grow something. You agree, Sister Melody?
Absolutely. I'm telling you, if I can do it, sis, anybody on this show could do it, because again, growing up in a concrete jungle of Harlem, we didn't grow our own food. So now that I know better, I do better.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people are intimidated by the process, but we tried here to make the process very, very, very easy. So one of the things I want to jump into right away, Sister Melody, if you don't mind, is for our people who don't want to deal with seeds, they don't want to deal with the plant starting over. I just want to show you a really quick way that you can grow something. When you go to the grocery store, all of us have gone to the grocery store and picked up a pineapple, whether it's organic or not. Or of course, organic is best. And we popped that top off. I just want to show you how easy it is to grow your own food. So you pop off the top, and you want to get rid of these leaves down here. You also want to get rid of these leaves here. I'm just going to show you how easy it is. You want to pop off all these leaves, about 4 layers deep. And you want to go all the way around. I hope everybody can see that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you want to get it looking just like this. Then you're going to take this, you're going to put it in a mason jar or anything that you can find, stick it in here, and you're going to fill it up to where it's touching the water. And what's going to happen is after about a week or so, you're actually going to see some roots start to come out. But about 4 weeks later, you're going to see some longer roots. When you see those longer roots, when they get about an inch or so, an inch or two, you want to just drop this into some soil. And guess what? It'll take a little while for that plant to mature and produce a fruit, but it will produce a fruit. And just think, if every time you go to the store, you get a pineapple and you pop that top off, and then you can grow your own food. You just keep doing that. And the same holds true for onion. Now mine is kind of hanging down a little bit, but when I purchased the onion from the store, it was very, very short. Hope you all can see that. Very short, about right here. So of course I used what I needed to for my dish, and I popped it in some water, and guess what? Look how long it is now. That's how easy it is to regrow onions just from store-bought food. So please don't be intimidated with growing something. Anybody can grow anything. And I'm like Sister Melody, if I can grow something, definitely you all can grow something. And a little bit later on in the show, we are going to do and have some pictures because this show is about showing and telling. You want to
Right.
jump in, Sister Melody?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to say that, right before COVID hit 2018, right before it hit, I went to a workshop for fire cider. And today I went and got my yearly annual checkup. And the first thing she gonna say is, "Ma'am, would you want the flu shot?" I
Ah,
said, "No, ma'am." "Do you want any of these COVID shots or any other these shots now? They saying shingle shots, this shot, that shot." So I just wanted to show everybody that we made fire cider in 2018, and I made some about 2 weeks ago. So
mhm.
you use all of the hot things, all the hot peppers. You use garlic. You use, um, cloves. You use horseradish, and everything that's hot goes in here. And then you ferment it with apple cider vinegar for a month. So once it get fermented,
Mhm.
you can take a teaspoon of this, sis, and that will prevent you from most common colds and things of that nature, along with just taking care of yourself. The other thing I did was I made some of my own hot sauce, and my son loved it. He used it almost every night. We love hot stuff. So
Yes.
but I took and made hot sauce with that. My other peppers, what I did was I froze them. So now to get through the winter, or maybe not through the whole winter, but at
Mhm.
least I have some peppers stored in the freezer as well. So these are some of the things, Sister Rashida, that I'm hoping that our listeners, take heed to and do, because now is not the time to be thinking. And I know we've been spoiled, some of us, but now I think it's going to get a little bit maybe uncomfortable for some of us. But that was the purpose of our show, was to get
Absolutely.
people to at least start somewhere, and not only just start. If you didn't want to do it, help somebody else, or maybe give somebody else a donation that's doing it, and then maybe we could just share our harvest.
Absolutely. I agree 1000%. And also, yeah, as it gets cooler, that fireside is that is excellent to have. And what I've done is I have this honey, and I stuff it with garlic. And so as time goes by, I let it sit for about a month. And so anytime my family needs a little they're feeling a little congested, I take, which God praise be to Allah, it's not often, but you take a spoonful of this, just garlic and honey. You take that, and you'll be good to go. And Sister Melody, you were telling me that you actually, when you do it, you put it on your salmon, right?
Yes, yes, I purchased some, but now I'm gonna go right over there. Got me some local honey, and I'm
That's
gonna put some garlic in it and let that ferment too. Because
right.
yeah, you can cook with that, sis, and not only of course, take a teaspoon of garlic, but yeah, these are the different things that we doing as the fall season come. I wanted to show you some of my persimmons too, so
Yes.
let me show you that. Sorry for that brief emission, if you will. But
Look, sure it's
yeah,
worth
these are persimmons. I went to the supermarket the other day, and persimmons are now $2. At least the store I went to, $2.29 per persimmon.
Wow.
That fruit is so good, sis. I'm gonna be growing my own, but my neighbor shared this with me.
Praise be to Allah. And I want to say, wa alaikum salam to everyone who's joining us. We see you all. Thank you so much for your greetings. We're so excited to have you and join in the fun. And if you all have any comments, go ahead and stick them in the comment box so we can or questions, and we can address them later. Or if you just have a comment, we can do that also. But since today's show is about show and tell, what I want to do is jump to the pictures. So let's jump to our pictures, and Sister Melly and I are going to talk about our pictures. I am so proud of this picture, Sister Melly. It's a little sideways, but I'm proud of this picture because this was my first rack of bananas that I grew, and I was so excited, so very excited. And once you harvest them, if you can show the next picture, I just want to talk a little bit about it. This is when they were ripened, and I actually have another picture I'll show you a little later of them being ripened, because it takes about, for the ones I harvested, it takes about 7 days. It took about 7 days. I noticed some began to turn. Here it is, the little short bananas, and I noticed that some began to turn after 4 days. But at the end of 7 days, pretty much 75%, 80% of the whole bunch had turned yellow. So I wanted to do a comparison, side by side comparison. So on the left side, on the right side on this picture, that's a store-bought or organic banana. On the left side is the banana that I grew. So as you can see, my banana, even though it's a little bit shorter, it is a little bit thicker. So that's a all natural looking banana. So also, if we can go over to the next picture. All right. So that's the inside of the banana. And look, Sister Melody, it has seeds. And a lot of people don't even remember bananas always had seeds in them. And I was sharing with you before that when I was growing up, bananas always had seeds in them, but they don't have seeds in them now, even the organic ones. So I was so excited when I did, when we did open up one of them and I saw seeds. I was very, very excited. So let's go over to the next picture. And Sister Melody, I'll let you talk about this one.
Well, I just wanted to show that oftentimes, we doing gardening, but this is what you would be considered farming on another level. So
Right.
cotton is a cash crop, and I just wanted our audience just to see that cotton, again, it breathes. It's a fabric that is healthy, and they grown it all over North Carolina. So it's a beautiful sight to see in October, and hopefully some of us that may have acres and acres of land can consider growing a cash crop, which is cotton.
Right. And
Our
you
ancestors, yeah,
right. And
picked
look,
it.
talk about
Mhm.
right up to the modern time, because they don't even have to pick it, do they, Sister Melody?
Not anymore, thank God. I'm telling you, our ancestors, I can't even imagine what they went through. But when I see what they have today in terms of harvesting it kind of blows your mind. Did you have a picture of that
Yes,
barrel?
the next
Yeah,
there.
that's it rolled up. So, yeah, again, you can rent some of these equipment, these tractors, sis. And again, we need younger people, not just younger, but we
Right.
need some people that's interested in learning how to drive them tractors, how to repair those tractors, because that's, something that moving forward we need to get involved with.
Right. And I was thinking too, we're the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us all the time, and the minister reiterates it. Do something for yourself or suffer the consequences. So yeah, that you're
Exactly.
talking about a bale of cotton, that is absolutely beautiful. And to have someone who knows how to knit or sew or clean that up and break it down, that's a very beautiful thing. Doing something for yourself. Oh wow, look at that.
That's
That
a
look,
pepper, sis.
that's $1 million money shot right there.
Yeah, Sister Jillian, one of our audience sisters, she's a faithful, person that gets on. Matter of fact, we interviewed her before. She gave me a pepper. She gave me a lot of peppers,
Mhm.
and out of one pepper, I just wanted to show what again abundance means to me. When I see something like that, and I know that each one of them seeds have the potential of growing lots of peppers. Why we not rich, or why we not working for ourselves when you
Absolutely.
can see the value of a seed? I
Right.
mean, it just again it blows your mind, because when you see how many again seeds you get off of like one pepper, and then
Right.
one plant you might get a good one, you might get 30, 40 peppers off the plant. So thank you, Sister Julian, shout out to you, sis.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's share. And Sister Melody, it is absolutely true. When I started playing around with the gardening and stuff, and I would look at that and say, oh, that's too many seeds to put in the ground at one time. But absolutely not. Because you have to account for some of your crop is going to be lost, especially if you're a novice. Some of your crop is going to be lost. Animals are going to get to it. So you do want to be able to go ahead and it's better to have more. And especially if you have people like at the mosque or on your job to share that crop with, better
Yes, sir.
do that. It's better to do that than just trying to hold those, seeds, because it's going to produce, like you said, more and more and more.
Yes.
All right. The next one. Beautiful.
Okay. So those are butternut squash, and I believe it's some honey butternut squash.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I think it might be spaghetti squash there too. But the thing about that, that's a winter crop, a cool weather crop, if you want to call it that. But the thing about that is this, if we store it properly, we can have the squash throughout the whole winter.
Right.
And I mean, it just grows and grows and grows. So they get really big sometimes. I don't like the vegetables when they get
Mhm.
super big,
Too
but
big, right.
they are really good. And I like it, sis, because instead of eating rice all the time or
Mhm.
potatoes all the time, you can eat a vegetable. And when you roast those vegetables or make butternut squash with the butternut squash, I mean, it's so good. You forget about rice or potatoes because those are the things that's really a lot of starch. And
Right.
that unfortunately have us gaining weight.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And also, what I really love about the big fruits and the big produce, you get so many seeds. It's like watermelon. You get so many seeds. So when you're talking about figuring out what you want to plant, you do want to consider what the bang for your buck. How much work goes into what you're going to get out of it. So you plant a few of those seeds, and look how many um, uh, um, how much produce you get. And not only that, when you give someone one of those, you're not just giving them the squash, you're giving them the seeds also. So now they can plant. So that's the beautiful thing about it. It's so far beyond just the squash. It's the seed in there that they can put in the ground also. All right.
Yeah. Those were the peppers that made this beautiful, beautiful fire cider and hot sauce. So again, shout out to one of my sister Jillian who shared a lot of her peppers. And this was her first time. She said she got motivated from just watching our show and talking, to me, of course. So, look at the beauty in that. When Allah God says, I will give you everything you need in abundance. Now, what can we say about this? We don't have to sweat that the food stamps are going, because me being an optimistic, I'm saying to myself, okay, just like Cuba, when they had go through their trial, what happened was they began walking, they began eating right, they began clearing up those plots and those little areas that were so dirty, and then they health improve. I mean, really, really improve. So we're gonna, use this time and go back to the basics, what God has gave us, and hopefully we lose the weight and reverse those diabetes and do what we supposed to. Can you hear me, sister? I can't hear you.
On mute. Well, you had mentioned something earlier too when you're talking about the value added product. That
Yes,
product,
ma'am.
it's more than just fruit, this produce here and eating it the one time, but just what you made right there. You know what I mean? That's a value added product that not only you can use for yourself, but you can hand it off to somebody else who needs something as well. You can actually sell that. And that's what you were talking about with that cotton too. You can actually make something out of that cotton and have a value added product. So I love how Allah deals with us, because it's always a multiplication. Always, always a multiplication.
Islam is mathematics, and
Absolutely.
mathematics is
It's
Islam.
Islam. Absolutely. Okay, our next picture. All right. These are the beautiful cows that Brother Patrick showed us last week, right? And the
Yes.
week before, because he was on our show 2 weeks in a row. Beautiful, beautiful cattle. And you know what's so interesting about cows? They don't have a top teeth.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't
And,
have a
and,
top row.
and sis, he said these particular bulls or cows, they bulls, right?
Cows. Cows.
They cows. Okay, he said they had like the top shelf meat.
Right.
Like, oh, I forgot the name of it. It was not Bryson. What's that? But
I
it was
can't,
one of the.
yeah, I
Do
can't
you
remember.
remember?
Um, it's on the tip of my tongue. He called it. I can't remember it right now. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And he was saying that yeah, the meat is so valuable. So he can go and buy one of those and turn around and sell it for way more than what he bought it. So again, that value added product, and especially if he takes that to market and have it broken down and sell it. And for those who are eating meat, break it down into ground beef. And which brings me to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, he warned us against going to the store and buying those ready-made ground meats because they can add all kinds of stuff. And we've been hearing some strange stuff being added to these ground foods. So if you're gonna eat the meat, if you're gonna eat it, go to a butcher, a reputable butcher, a halal butcher, and let them break that down and grind it in front of you. You know, that's what he said. Like, you see it ground in front of you yourself. You don't go and buy that already ground up meat because you don't know what it's mixed with.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do we have? Oh, there is a picture of the bananas that are ripe. And as you can see, my family was already plucking at them as soon as they ripened up. And Sister Melody, when I tell you they taste like sugar bananas, they
Oh,
so sweet. I mean, I'm really having to stop them from eating them because I want to make some banana bread, and we've made some shakes with those, some banana shakes. And I just have to keep them away from the rest of them. So I'm trying to hold on to these last few for some banana bread. But that's the finished product.
I
And
wish I was there because the taste banana that my sister grew. That
yeah,
was, oh my goodness. And
yeah,
those are the little bananas, not the regular longer
right.
size banana. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm so proud. I'm so excited. I mean, I was like a little baby.
Ah,
Baby. Yes, ma'am. And it's so interesting because once that stalk, that banana stalk or plant produces, then it doesn't produce anymore. So you chop that down and we lay it down in the bed because I do have some other banana plants. I've got one on the other opposite corner of my home that's producing a rack also. But then I have a bunch of bananas because the pups come up rather quickly. So I'm going to
yes.
chop it down and then lay it down kind of like as compost. So the other banana
Nice.
plants, yeah, will feed off of that. So very, very
Yeah.
exciting. Even and I want the audience to know I didn't know anything about growing bananas, so I had to learn on the fly. You can too. Again, Sister Melody said, if she can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
That's
Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
just jump on our question.
Okay.
All right, question. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Nakisha. She says, I can't see it. Can we pop it back up? You'll have to read it for me because oh, there it is. When is the best time to grow cabbage or cucumbers? I love me some cabbage.
Me too. So, did you want to take it or you wanted me to take it,
You go
sis?
ahead. You're the master gardener. You can take that one.
Yeah, well, I got the title Master Gardener. Yeah. So, sis, the cucumbers and tomatoes, you're gonna grow that depending on the zone you in. And for most of us, we grow that like right before the spring. We at least plant them, and
Mhm.
then for the She said the cabbage. Now that's a cool weather crop. So right now people have cabbage in the ground and they should be harvesting that around, I want to say, Thanksgiving with collard greens and things of that nature. So that's not something that you would plant in the summertime.
Right. And that's another good product that you can propagate to. You go to the store, you get the cabbage, and when you cut it off, you still have that bottom piece of the cabbage. You stick that bottom piece in water, just like we're doing with this pineapple here. You stick that bottom piece, it's going to grow roots. When those roots get about 1 to 2 inches, stick them in the ground. I do not want to hear anybody saying they can't grow food. I don't want to hear it. You can do it. All right. Thank you for your question. Our next
Yes.
question, Sister Darlene. Assalamu alaikum. I need advice on growing red and other colorful peppers. It rots on the stem. Okay.
Oh, so sometime when the vegetables, like, you might be watering it too much. And just keep in mind that the peppers turn red toward the end of the, I want to say near the end of when it's time to harvest. Most peppers are not going to grow and turn red right away. They're going to go through a stage and then they get red. And even the hot peppers, as you leave them on the plant, they get hot. I mean, hotter because they turn red and they just be hotter. So, yeah. You just maybe again want to check your soil to make sure that it's draining properly and that you don't overwater your plants.
Right. And then the rest of her question, because I couldn't see it on the screen, she says she has no problem with the green peppers. She says, but like you were saying, if you just leave them on there, I actually think I have some red peppers that are coming. They're very red, so I've got to have my son pick those shortly. But also, she's asking advice on growing butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, and rosemary. Listen, rosemary is a thorn in my side. Rosemary, you can do it, but it can be very challenging.
Yeah, and again, you got the squashes, they for the winter, so you would grow them after, your second, I want to say, planting season. But you could do lettuce in April, but then in July and August, you wouldn't want to do lettuce, but you could turn around and do lettuce again in, like, I want to say, September.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, some of those, the squashes, you definitely want to do that, toward the winter months. At least start them like in early September into August, because right now in most zones you would be harvesting, your cabbage and your squashes now.
Right. And Sister Melody, I want to say this, and we've got to close out because we're over time. But I want to say this. When you all start growing, take a picture. Now, Sister Melody has a Facebook page. I have it too. So you can post on my Facebook page. But Sister Melody, I'm very seldom on Facebook. But you can go to Sister Melody's Facebook page and please share your pictures. We would love to see them and we'll feature them on the show if you don't mind. All
Right.
right.
And they could reach out to us as well on, Facebook. And again, share what you have. Because again, sister, and we in a time right now that we got to get serious if we not already.
Right. We got to do it, and we're going to help each other through the process. So, yes, Sister Melody, as Sister Melody said, inbox either one of us on Facebook under our name. So, I thank you all so much for joining us. Time always goes by so fast. But listen, everybody in the audience, I'm looking forward to seeing your pictures so we can showcase them on the show. But until we meet again next week, same place, same time. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, inshallah.